Hi, everybody, and welcome to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a reading on someone uh, named Eugenia Cooney. So, I've had a lot of requests to do a reading on her, and what I really want to take a look at here today is apparently she is being used as a piece of evidence in a multi district lawsuit in the United States government that is that where they are reaching out to platforms like TikTok related to EDs and mental health and having her showcase. So she hasn't been online in a while. And so I want to see what's going on with this lawsuit. What's going on? Are there other creators that potentially could be roped into this? So without further ado, let's take a look. But first things first, reminder, everything that I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all, just my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So with that, let's take a look. What the frickety frack is going on with Eugenia Cooney and lawsuits with TikTok? So, well, it's true, y'all, and I know that the court documents are out, but this is major legal issues. This is like karma's coming down, legal issues are coming down. Why is this? Because of the dark, the dank, the nasty, mental health, overindulgence in vices, and just indulging in those two in horrible ways. These are restrictive EDs. These are overconsumption EDs. These are it's because of the negative aspects that are going on. Because from material influence here, they're like, we don't want to bring this up. We don't want to bring this up. Don't put your face out there. Don't do this. Don't do that. This is bad attention, negative attention that's going to be brought to finances, how she was monetized multiple times. And if I'm not mistaken, during the time she was being taken down and then she would get put back on, taken down, put back on, down, on, down. Like she was in a constant cycle of being monetized, not monetized, kicked off the platform, brought back. So I'm thinking there's a lot of issues there as well of like, why was there this continuous cycle going on? Because the hopes and fears, the Hierophant reversed. No commitment, but also the government. This is also to me secret organizations. I'll grab some clarifiers as well on this because the unseen obstacle is that they want to start a new cycle, but they want to do so in their own way. But this is also like we've been putting up a mirror, we've been putting up an image, we've been putting up smoke and mirrors to be like, don't look over here, look over there. But the negative influence here is that some people are refusing to change. Platforms are refusing to change because of income coming in, things going on. Because what's going for the situation? This has to do with disordered eating. This is having to do with it all sides. There's a argument here from the restrictions to the overconsumption and everything in between. She's not the only one that this is going to happen to, but it's going on, and it feels like mom as well is trying to keep things all together because here in the past, the tower, we've been trying to avoid controversy. We're trying to avoid major things going down. It's like we're trying to avoid accountability from everything falling down, but here in the future the truth will come out, the skeleton's out of the closet, and everything's going to start coming out. Because here the Hanged Man reversed, which is we're going to cut the strings to this whole show, this dog and pony show, whatever. If people, oh boy, if you do, I'm going to say all alleged for entertainment purposes only, if you eat on camera, or whether that's an overconsumption or in a restrictive manner, I would be counting your days. Because you cannot do that. I think this is also, they're going to go back through old content on multiple different platforms where there's going to be issues. This is on both sides. This is big. Oh, shucks. Forgot to do the clarifiers. But I want to see how TikTok's feeling about this whole situation right now. How is TikTok feeling right now about this situation? These lawsuits coming in. From feels like it from what I had read, it's like multiple courts are coming together, and they're bringing things like multiple districts, and they're bringing it all together in one package. So what's going on here? How's TikTok feeling right now? They're ready to fight it. They want to fight. They do not. They're ready to communicate. They're ready to fight. They're ready to go to war. It's like, we don't want to give everything up. Why is this? Because you would be ruining a big chunk of our income coming in. Oh, shucks. Eating content makes them a lot of money, in my opinion. Also, they do not want money or a stream of revenue going down, because from a material influence, the Nine of Pentacles, seeing this reversed, it's like they're going to lose money. We're losing money. We're losing we aren't going to be able to just do things independently anymore. It feels like there's going to be a new set of guidelines that is going to be almost blanket over the United States, over anonymity on the internet's going away, but also there's going to be more rules and more structures. It's not going to be the wild, wild west no more. Because the hopes and fears, the Two of Wands, they're like, where are we going to go? They are trying to figure out the next destination. Where are we going to go? How are we going to move forward? Unseen obstacles, though, is that there's some people that they've been working with, or there's ties to people that they've been working with. Why did she get her stuff back? Because the negative influence is that they're going to have to walk away from this situation with their head hung low. They want to try and fight this, but at the same time, they're like, they want to just walk. The negative influence is that they're trying to just be like, we're just going to skirt away. We don't want to deal with this, but they're going to have to they're going to have to communicate. They're going to have to fight, because things are changing very quickly and very rapidly for their platform. Because here in the past, this is bad luck, bad opportunity. Now you got to fight for what you guys have been doing. And here in the future, they have to make a decision of what they're going to do. Are they going to double down, or are they going to change? And there's like an indecision of what we're going to do. And at the bottom of it's the Magician, lies, deceit, deception. We don't want to let people know the entirety of what's going on. What other information here can we get on TikTok? Hammer, they're going to try and build up a strong defense to go to war about this. Why is it? Because it's an alternative way of making money that they don't want to let go of. There's something on the side that they do, because the hopes they want to have unity. They want to have everything come together from a material influence. It's all about the money and not having enough money, or not having the money that they want to, because they need to do some self-reflection about what they've been doing and why they've been allowing it, because this is an unhealthy this is like an unhealthy connection between somebody or something at TikTok. And this whole situation with Eugenia Cooney. This is an old pattern of TikToks that they've tried redoing, but they seem to never be able to let go. It seems like it's always been about profits and not about what they say they're going to do. Because again, the negative influence is that people are wanting to protect their kids, protect things that are going on. It's protecting the youth. What's going for them? There's new communication. This story is going to start spiraling out of control for TikTok, because here in the past, things were brought to their attention, but they like bad luck, like they didn't want to look, because it's time to reach to the next level. But here in the future, what I see is maybe not a viral moment, but there's going to be new restrictions. They have a decision to make of what they're going to do for their app in the future, and they're not sure what they're going to do. There's also, it feels like a big flux of information, because it's the justice system. They're in big legal trouble with this. Like, this isn't something that's going away for TikTok. This is going to get full blown. This is going to get a lot of attention, just due to Eugenia's not the only one. Okay, I want to take a look, see here really quick. Will YouTube be brought into this at all? Will YouTube get brought into this whole situation? And then I will take a look at Eugenia. Okay, so will YouTube get brought into this? Not just TikTok, but would YouTube get brought into this with, I mean, they're monetizing individuals, potentially, allegedly. that are similar. I mean, Eugenia used to be on their platform, quite popular on their platform. So what's going on here? Will TikTok get, or not TikTok, will YouTube get brought into this? Eight of Swords. Well, their hands are tied if they do or don't. Why is this? Because y'all, YouTube is not far away from getting added into this situation. It's like their hands are tied and they're feeling very trapped and surrounded by everything around them. Why? Because they have to try and defend their stances, defend what's going on. Because from material influence here, their ego, their pride is going to try and get the best of them when it comes to money. It's like, we're too big, you can't come after us. And I'm like, oh yes they can, because the unseen obstacles, their ego, their pride, or the hopes and fears is like, can we just keep skirting underneath the rules? Also, this is the internet reversed. Feels like once people on TikTok that thing starts going over there, they're going to start be like, oh, we should start looking over at things going on YouTube. You know, there's a few readings I've done about YouTube, but in more conjunction with like influencers who are more on the overconsumption food side, that I saw there would be a big downfall. Also, I'm going to try and remember at the end of this video, I did a reading on the mukbang industry a while ago, and I saw that it was going down. I didn't know how, I didn't know why, but it was going down. And I'm wondering if Eugenia is like one end of that spectrum. And I will try and link that if you're interested, because the unseen obstacle down here, again, the Temperance card reversed, they're unbalanced. They don't know which way to go. It's like there's been a lot of give and take, a lot of leeway given at certain levels because the negative influence, they can't outrun their problems. They can't move. They can't go to somewhere else. They can't say, oh, this was going on. Because what's going on? YouTube's going to be sneaky, and they've been sneaky. They've been trying to put a lot of stuff under the rug to make things seem better than maybe what they are. Also, if you are someone who eats on camera on YouTube, I would be very cautious, as YouTube, I think, is going to be someone who really starts putting the hammer down on some of this content, due to they want to cover their ass with their policies and the such. So as here in the past, the Seven of Pentacles reversed, we've planted our seeds and now we're waiting for things to grow. And here in the future, the Eight of Cups are going to be forced to walk away from something that they've been making a lot of money from, alleged for entertainment purposes only. Other information that we can get here with this lawsuit, Tree of Life. And are they going to get involved? They are they're the OG platform. Why is this? Because it's time to stop it. It's time for the full moon. Spiritual growth, new things coming in, because again, financial influences here, y'all. There has been a group, in my opinion, here there is a high level power group behind this whole thing. Whether this is, now I don't got proof of this or not, but I would not doubt, now this is just me spitballing, this isn't me downloading anything or anything, but I would not doubt, and this is a theory of mine, are there big corporations like from the fast food industry that have been like pouring money into YouTube with AdSense and other things to be like, you keep these people on our platform and we'll keep giving you money on the side, and then we'll, because it's like the overconsumption part, and it's a whole messed up rigmarole of things at the top. Because with that being a cult, there, it's like there's a background group or society or way group that's sending money to platforms like YouTube and or TikTok to be like, don't look that way, we want you to look the other way, because the hopes and fears. Yeah, it was time for celebration, partying, we had a great time. Overconsumption of things. Unseen obstacle is that YouTube, you're putting on a performance. You are putting on a performance. This is an act, performative piece when things are not going so well behind the scenes when it comes to this unseen obstacle. Or the negative influences that, again, what goes around comes around. You can't outrun your past. They are being very strategic, though. So they, again, if you are someone who's done eating content on YouTube, I would be really careful because they might get really how they've been more potentially lenient in the past. There's going to be a lot more harsher uh, there's a lot more harsher consequences that it feels like are going to be coming, less chances given. Because here in the past, yep, because more there's communications coming in, people are watching this. Lots of people were watching it, made lots of money, and now here in the future, they are not going to be able to outrun the authorities, discipline, morals, because it's time for victory, it's time for success, it's time for accolades. And at the bottom of the deck as well as the Queen of Wands. There's more issues coming to YouTube when it comes to this lawsuit, and they be adding other things in. I would not want to be them when it comes to this. They might have skirted it right now, but they might get brought. People are looking at them heavy. Is not going to be good. Also, what else can we see going on here? What other information can we... Oh, yes, I was going to do... Let's just do a quick reading on Eugenia. How's she doing? Again, I wish her all... People who struggle with EDs, people who struggle with them, typically have gone through a lot of trauma. You don't get to certain sizes without trauma happening. And I really do wish Eugenia the best and hope for her the best of healing. But yeah, let's just do a quick reading on Eugenia and this whole situation, how she's doing with everything kind of going on. So the Six of Swords, she's having to go somewhere else, distance travel, change the internet, doing different things. Why is this? Because again, there's the devil. It's having to break free from her vices, to break free from the negative thought patterns, the negativity. She's had to go somewhere. I don't know if she's gone to maybe a different clinic somewhere to get more specialized care and or help, because from a material influence, yeah, it's the law. There's a lot of things that are being discussed about Eugenia. I do believe she might be away because there's a lot of legal issues. She's in a myriad of legal issues with everything going on. The hopes and fears here with the Six of Pentacles. Oh boy, someone's coming after her money. There's lawsuits, personal, civil, criminal. This is kind of bad because the unseen obstacle for her is the Five of Pentacles. She's not doing so hot, y'all. And I really just want her to be better. I want a lot of people to be better. And with the Five of Pentacles here, it does feel as though she's lost a lot of money. I don't know how much like in resources or a nest egg that she did have, but it does feel like she's kind of a lot of that nest egg that she did have at one point in time. If she did, it's kind of going away because the negative influence here is this is her being asked to heal, to move on, to mend her heart, to mend her mind. And I think she's just really struggling to get there. Whether this is due to external individuals who are maybe not the best support network for her in healing herself, because maybe they want to keep her in one version of her because a healed version of her scares them. And it feels like it's the people around her that she might trust the most. The most healed version of her is a terrifying individual for the people around her, because that is an individual with no F's to give and doesn't care who is being hurt. I don't know if she's ever went through her angry teenage years, but I really do wish her the best, because a healed version of her is someone I feel like the healed version of her energy, and it is someone who speaks clearly, who when you look at them, it is somebody who makes you sit down, shut up, and you just want to listen. You just want to hear, because what they have to say actually means something so important. And it feels so full and vibrant. That's the healed version of this energy. And I really hope it gets there. But it's a struggle, because it's like when I look at the energies like around her, there's her energy, which is being kept at a low vibration because the people around her are influencing her to not strive, to be bigger, to do better, because they are like almost tying her energy down from able to speak about experiences of which she's gone through. Because what's going for her? The Queen of Wands. Bold, beautiful, strategic. Can you want to listen to her? Dynamic. That is who Eugenia is at the center of everything about her. That is where she is striving and where she is headed. And I know a lot of people have a lot of criticism for her and how she has maybe exploited her body and the way that she's looked. But I really want to say that if she can get this healing that's going on and not be it and try and be like, I can think bigger, I can do better, I can be a healed version of myself. Because even though that terrifies me, that's a healed, like, I don't know who a healed version of me looks like. I don't need you to know who that looks like. I just need us all to realize that just thinking that I can get there is the first step. Because here in the past, people that she would, there's friends around her who I think were really good with her and like wanted to like help her and like actually be friends and like bring a different energy to her. But she's had to go somewhere, because here in the future, the Four of Pentacles, she's gonna have to give up secrets. She's gonna have to, oh boy, there's something she's going to have to give up, or she is taken up out of the archives to give to other people. Because here she's walking on eggshells with the Nine of Wands, watching something grow as she's kind of barricaded herself in. What is she up to? Because with the legal issues as well, it might, is she going to have to give up something to kind of save herself from more legal issues in the future? What is she having to give up with the Four of Pentacles? Let me just get a clarifier here. She's going to have to give up the act. She's going to have to give up the act, and she's going to have to let go of the mask of which she's used for years. That's what this is. She's going to have to give up the mask of and really showcase who she really is, and not just the character of whom she's played. Again, I really wish her all the best of luck, because she really can be this bold, beautiful, confident woman who, when she steps into a room, everyone wants to know what she has to say. So I'm just going to leave it there. If y'all enjoyed, feel free, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions down below. Otherwise, if you want to leave a mask, or like the comedy masks for the emoji for this reading, I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, if you want to join YouTube members to see videos like this early, or book a personal reading with me, you can do so using the links down below. Otherwise, I really just want to say a great big thank you to everyone who's been watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So thank you, and bye.